A very hot and a very rich sup to you all. We have a bit of a problem. Turns out our community has a bad reputation. When I ask people about the DougDoug reputation, they think of us as like chaotic or immature. We need to revamp our entire persona and brand. So that's why I'm happy to announce that starting today, our community will only consist of people who are hot and rich, like me. Now, this needs to be strictly enforced. So what we will be doing today is individually examining your profiles inside of Discord and banning you from the community if we vote that you are not hot and rich. Every person will be put in front of committee, and if you can't convince the rest of us that you're both hot and rich, that you're some mad and nasty person, then you're out. That being said, you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, I'm not hot and rich. Oh no. You guys need to understand, being hot and rich, it's not about being attractive or having money. It's a state of mind. You just gotta act hot and rich all the time. So today, before we vote on whether you're hot and rich, I did create a program called the Hot Bot, which is gonna take a description that you give us in Discord and write it all into really, really boastful terminology that's technically true, and fill out this PowerPoint presentation that we will go through, including pulling random Google images that best represent your lifestyle, your wealth, your career, and your hotness, which to me apparently is a unicorn. At the very end, you guys will decide, am I hot and rich? And if not, does that person need to be banned from the community? So what we need to do is create a Discord channel where people can submit their own profiles, and we're gonna pull out individual people, put them through the hot bot, and then vote on whether they are hot and rich.
Are you finally squeezing us for our money?
Do you know how hot and rich I am? I don't need your fucking money. We need to figure out what information do we need. In theory, all we need from you guys is like a brief description of your life. So, I mean, we need your name, career, lifestyle, home, home address. Why would that affect whether they are hot and rich? Social security number. Okay, something really private. Medical history. Criminal record. Criminal? Okay, but keep it truthful, okay? Keep this truthful. Don't write out a bunch of crazy memes. You know what? I'll even settle for the DougDoug community is really hot and rich, and they're also kind of chaotic. Barry, I trust your vibe. Maybe just kind of normal, like just normal, standard-ass person. The most, like, generic life ever. So we've got a description from Heather in the Discord. Heather Hero. Almost done earning my bachelor's degree in speech-language pathology. I'll be working as a pediatric speech therapist starting in a few months. Love fancy chocolates, fancy coffees, bisexual, hotness points. Fun fact, I have perfect pitch. If loud enough, I can identify the pitch of a fart.
Masters, not bachelors.
Okay. All right, good point. All right, so before we vote on whether Heather Hero is hot and rich and able to stay in our community, we are gonna put this into the hot bot. The hot bot is now taking what you're doing and processing it into what will become the hottest and richest potential description of your life. Please be hot, Rage. So now what I do in Photoshop, I run fill resume, and now the entire app will be filled out with customized description. Oh my God. A custom description and image of what you look like. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Heather Hero, executive pediatric speech therapy. This bisexual badass speech therapist with a golden ear and platinum lifestyle. Okay, why did it decide you are an elf? This was the description that came up. Glamorous, seductive elf sipping luxurious coffee in gold-rimmed cup. Let's take a look at the first category. Heather Hero commands one of the most elite and sought-after pediatric speech therapy practices. Okay, wait, that might be a lie, right? We just need to think of this as like a LinkedIn profile, you know, where everybody makes themselves sound like way too good, but technically it's true. Critics, mostly jealous, slack-jawed pencil pushers with bad breath and crappy taste in chocolates, call speech therapy a modest profession, but they're idiots. Heather Hero literally shapes the voices of future leaders, celebrities, and billionaire executives. Her transformative and revolutionary therapy sessions are basically Hogwarts classes combined with TED Talks sprinkled with fairy dust. God damn, that's hot and rich. What is this? Is this your living room? The hot bot will come up with an image that it thinks represents your life. So I guess you have a lot of alcohol or something. Thanks to the lucrative empire she's built in elite pediatric speech therapy, Heather Hero is absolutely drowning in cash, prestige, and exclusive chocolate treats from Switzerland that peasants can't pronounce.
Bro, I wish. I mean, I totally have that living room.
Be confident, Heather. Be confident. Her perfect ear didn't just identify fart notes, it identified investment notes, building a diversified portfolio of wealth fueled by caffeine-infused genius investments. Haters suggest being just a speech therapist can't make you wealthy. These jealous, broke-ass clowns clearly never charge premium rates to celebrity offspring and Silicon Valley toddlers. God damn, that's hot. Okay, lifestyle. Away from creating little geniuses with impeccable diction, Heather Hero jet sets the world's finest cities. Wait, Heather, do you actually go around the world and, like, have you seen multiple cities, or is that...
Yes, I've been to Orlando at least.
Okay. Sampling extravagant single-origin coffees and eating chocolate so fancy they come around. Okay, they're really focused on the chocolate. Okay, this is good. You can put this on a on LinkedIn, right? Because nobody can prove it. Rumor has it that she once correctly identified the exact notes in a $5,000 a cup rare Indonesian coffee blindfolded. Talk about flexing those perfect pitch taste buds. Anybody claiming this extravagant lifestyle is excessive is probably just some boring ass loser who drinks Folgers while binge watching reruns of Friends. Hotness. Okay, that does look pretty hot. I don't know which one you are. Given that you have like a medical role, I'm not actually clear.
I'm the first one, obviously.
The elf fairy.
Heather Hero radiates a sultry, magnetic, bisexual charisma that's hotter than freshly poured cappuccinos. She's literally coffee shop chick made fresh. Her flawless pitch ear means she's acutely attuned to the sexy whispers of admirers, both men and women who can't resist the siren song of her caffeinated presence. Honestly, if you haven't at least daydreamed about sensually feeding Heatherino a gourmet dark chocolate truffle while she seduces everyone in sight, you're definitely lying and have no taste whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, Heather Hero, an esteemed member of our community. Is she hot and rich? This will determine whether they can stay in the DougDoug community. I'm voting one so hard, dude. Holy shit, with a 90% vote, so hot and rich. Somebody keep track of the ratio. We're 100% hot and rich so far.
Doug, all the hate we give you is so unjust. You take the poor and ugly like a lightning rod so your community can be hot and rich.
Are you FR right now? Take a look at this. DougDoug, hot and rich. Oh my god. Barry, your call on who we should judge next. Maybe a sillier one? Heather Hero, thank you so much. I am going to bring in Miodai.
Melody.
Melody. Okay, I don't know why it's showing up like that. Melody is a bisexual nurse who goes on vacation twice a week, is a multi-millionaire, has never been sick, never killed anybody, and has 2 cats. Running the script, I am honored to present Melody. Why is your profile picture a poem?
So hot.
Hold on, is this what actually happens if you search? Okay, hold on. This is the phrase. Beautiful, seductive nurse goddess with 2 majestic cats. Is this even one of the results? If you search this? What is happening? All right, so my hotbot doesn't work quite how I expected because the program writes a short description of the person and then searches that description on Google Images and picks a random picture. But it turns out if the description of the person is too long, like this one, then it only gets really shitty image results from Google, hence the poem thing here. To put this differently, if somebody is too hot and rich, it'll take too many words to describe them, and the worse their images will be. All right, well, whatever. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the very hot and rich Melody, globe-trotting nurse tycoon and fitness icon, millionaire nurse by day, irresistibly hot fitness deity by night, unstoppable force of sexy success, feline companionship, and 0 fucking illnesses. All right, Melody, let's see what you got. Oh my God, whoa! Oh, it's a doll. It's a doll. It's not real. It's not real. I'm gonna censor it. It could be anything in there. We don't know what's going on behind that. Melody is an elite healthcare superstar, dominating the nursing profession by single-handedly revolutionizing patient care daily. Some critics say nursing's an average profession, but those ignorant haters spend their pathetic lives binge-eating chips in mom's basement, completely unaware of the brilliant, badass, life-saving skills Melody effortlessly showcases. Honestly, FR. Nurse jobs are badass, man. All right, let's get to your...
That's my cat.
A gorgeous multi-millionaire nursing mogul. Melody earns obscene amounts of money, healing people faster than your bank account can refresh. Jealous, broke losers might complain it's too extravagant, but honestly, who the fuck asked people who shop at... Oh my god, that's a little mean. Okay, lifestyle. Between flexing insane muscles at the gym for 9 straight hours every day and casually hopping on private jets twice a week, Melody has effortlessly visited every country on Earth. Normal vacationers are amateurs compared to this globe-trotting beast. Hotbot is kind of mean. As a confirmed bisexual icon rating an untouchable 11 out of 10, Melody is the pure distillation of mouth-watering sex appeal. Okay, I feel like it's maybe coming on a little too strong. I feel like I should tone it down just slightly. Ladies and gentlemen, is Melody hot and rich, or do they need to be removed from our community? Okay, Melody, you are super hot and rich. Hold on, is this real? Can I show this? Ignition, you just gave an actual medical record. On closer inspection, what appears to be a completely real medical record for this guy is actually about his erectile dysfunction caused by parasites that make him crave spaghetti. So probably this isn't real. Anyways, here we go. This is actually maybe a decent question for Parkster. I'm gonna see if he's around.
Hello, Douglas. If this is about HIPAA, then I am not qualified to answer questions about this.
Do you want to take a wild, unsubstantiated guess about HIPAA?
Sure.
Somebody on Discord sent me a full medical record of theirs. Do you think I can show it on stream?
I mean, just based off of my pure logic, if you can get a written consent from them, that probably seems fine. One thing that comes to mind, if they are under 18, so I guess now that you have the medical record, you can check.
We're not going to go check. We're not going to check to see if they're...
Well, so if they're under 18, just delete the thing and just ignore that it ever happened, and then delete the VOD, unwatch, unsubscribe, and just pretend like that never happened.
Okay, so we tanked the whole channel. Okay, someone in chat said they're 21 based on the record. So because we know their medical information, we know that they're 21.
Okay, so that's good.
Let's say a streamer on Twitch, super hot, super rich, doesn't give a fuck. Would that person just send it, anonymize the information, but then do it anyway?
If you are just a random Twitch streamer who just happens to also be... Wait, are you referring to yourself?
Nurse, I say fuck it.
I am referring to myself. I'm trying to kind of live a more hot and rich lifestyle. The good news, all right, Barry just told me that it looks like it's probably fake. So I think this is not real. We've anonymized the actual pieces of information that might identify this person, but I am going to go ahead and put it into the hot bot, and we are going to judge this person whether they're hot or rich.
Wait, why did you anonymize it? That's boring.
Just to be safe.
Well, I mean, I guess you're not hot then.
Come on. What's the worst that Hippo could do? Hippos aren't even that dangerous. You know they kill way less people a year than sharks.
Wait, this call was about Hippo, right? And not Hippo? It's not that I misinterpreted this entire call. So Hippo does not kill people.
I give consent.
Hippo.
Hippo can suck my neck.
Hippos do.
Okay, dude, Ignition gave consent. We're chill. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Ignition, one of the hottest and richest people in our community. Ignition 0001, elite parasite.
Wait, how'd you do that?
Influencer and worm enthusiast extraordinaire. Damn. You gotta admit, that sounds kind of hot and rich.
Whoa, that's me.
Twitch streamer by day, groundbreaking worm cultivator, and fucking parasite whisperer by night. He brings sexy back to vermiculture, one spicy infestation at a time. Devilishly handsome male nurse holding plush worm toy.
That is incorrect.
Ignition masterfully dominates the cutthroat Twitch streaming scene, turning everyday worm-related paranoia into premium entertainment. Critics say he's delusional.
I can feel the worms, Doug.
But they're simply too cowardly and wormiverse to understand his deep connection with his invertebrate overlords. His ethically questionable Etsy worm tea sponsorship boasts an income that would make Jeff Bezos' accountant blush. His massive fortune is tastefully invested into worm-themed NFTs, exotic composting vacations, and lavish vermiculture charities for the worm-deprived. Okay, it's really, really locked into you having worms. Lifestyle, damn. Living like an A-list celebrity, Ignition can usually be found in VIP soil parties. Does it think you are a worm? I'm confused. Attending exclusive worm galas, or indulging in his tasteful collection of designer compost bins. Some pathetic non-composters accuse him of being weird, to which he replies, "Have fun with your joyless, sterile gardens, losers." Okay, hotness. With a hot, intriguingly toned from sensuous sessions of bare-handed gardening, Ignition emits raw pheromonal magnetism that drives worm lovers and vermiculture fetishists fucking wild.
God, I'm so hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ignition, the elite parasite influencer and worm. So, what's the consensus here on Ignition?
Thank you, chat. Thank you, worms.
Okay, you know, somewhat narrow margin here, Ignition, but congratulations, you are hot and rich. Proud of you. You're allowed to stay in the community.
How do I get this bot to make a profile for me?
Oh, funny you should say that. Parcher, could I get you to write a description of yourself, whether that is something you already have or something you can just write in a, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Hello, my name is Adam Parcher. I'm a business advisor who specializes in legal, finance, or corporate matters. Okay, can you give more details about maybe your job, hobbies, like what you like to do? Like, we just want more details, you know what I mean?
I like to role play as a homeless person and travel the country.
Usually not how people preface that, but yeah, okay.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you can say that. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just pointing out that's typically not how people describe traveling. All right, here we go. Hello, my name is Adam Parker. I'm a business advisor who specializes in legal, finance, and corporate matters. I have at least $12. My lifestyle is a combination of rock-solid stability and uncontrollable chaos. I enjoy blogging, mixed martial arts, playing music, and aggressively frowning at people of DougDoug's community who spread misinformation about me. I have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and excruciating astigmatism. I will now run the hot bot. People are already saying hot. Hold on. Wait until we get an actual active picture of Parkser. And we did agree, by the way, that whatever picture shows up here is going to be your profile picture on all social media going forward, right?
No,
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Adam Parkser. God damn, you're looking hot and rich right now. Woo! Elite corporate strategist and global financial guru. Adam Parkser, mastermind advisor who turns corporate chaos into sexy, rock-solid financial dominance. Parkser, what you might not understand is that when it comes to your career, it's very hot and rich. As you can clearly see, Adam Parkser is a legendary business advisor whose expertise in law, finance, and corporate strategy makes Fortune 500 CEOs weep tears of envy into their overpriced cappuccinos. When companies face uncontrollable chaos, Adam rolls up his finely tailored sleeves and transforms their dumpster fires into glorious cash-printing enterprises.
Do you know why it selected Under Armour as the background image? Because I wear a substantial amount of Under Armour apparel.
So the hot bot was accurate. Parkser, when it comes to money, your financial prowess has propelled you to accumulate at least $12. Translation, enough hidden assets and offshore accounts to make Jeff Bezos blush like a naughty schoolboy. His subtle boast actually underscores his wealth, cleverly concealing the untold millions earned advertising corporate titans. Honestly, hey, BFR, true?
So I have not gotten to the point of offshore accounts.
Hey, look at the camera.
Huh?
Yeah, you haven't at all.
I mean, for business, we do work with like companies in like the Virgin Islands.
Funny you say that. The next picture is actually of the Virgin Islands. Adam effortlessly juggles rock-solid stability and wild, chaotic adventures as he digital nomads around the globe, tasting new cultures and casually training in mixed martial arts to stay dangerously sexy. By day, he's closing multi-million-dollar deals. True, right?
Okay, technically not incorrect.
There we go. By night, he's blogging about his escapades.
Personally, though.
What?
Not for me personally, but yes.
Playing soulful music and fiercely glaring down internet trolls from DougDoug's disturbingly uneducated community. This is 100% true. This whole thing. Hotness. Oh, Parkser. Wow. Adam Parkser's signature aggressive frown is scientifically proven to cause swoons and uncontrollable sexual tension among admirers who mistake his excruciating astigmatism for a smoldering, sexy gaze. Despite rumors about high cholesterol and blood pressure, this man is literally too hot to handle. Think George Clooney meets a pissed-off martial arts champion ready to choke out misinformation spreaders. Actually fucking true. Thank you, Adam Parkser. Ladies and gentlemen, is this man hot and rich? Ooh!
Very interesting.
Are you going to vote, Parker?
No.
You're not going to vote?
Wait, why does your thing say, choke me, Parkser?
That's not me. That's HIPAA. Later, what I'm going to do is just take Ludwig's Wikipedia page and put it in here, and we'll decide if he's hot and rich. Like, dude, that's scientifically accurate, man. Like, I don't know what to tell the guy. I do need to adjust my Google search code, because some of the changes I made clearly porked things up. So please excuse me for just a second. Parkser, go ahead and entertain the people.
Okay, bye.
Ludwig Ogren. Do we just take the whole Wikipedia page of Ludwig? Probably just the entire thing, right? We should leave out philanthropy. Ludwig is known for stealing money from small children who venture too close to his home. We are now running the hotbot on all of Ludwig's Wikipedia page with a minor modification about philanthropy. Now look, I know he can be a bit of a contentious figure, but ultimately, you gotta show the guy some respect. Ludwig Ogren, massive content creator, and today we're gonna examine, is he actually hot and Ludwig Anders, legendary millionaire gaming mogul and sex icon. Ludwig Ogren is outrageously wealthy, award-winning streaming legend whose absurdly charismatic personality and unfairly good looks single-handedly transformed gaming into a what? Into a multi-million-dollar spectacle. I'm gonna be honest, hey, strong start, but let's be critical here, okay? Let's not just give him his flowers before they're due. 2025's most impactful Asian leader. Ludwig's unstoppable dominance in streaming has generated jaw-dropping income, ranking in literal millions true through record-smashing subscriber counts, exclusive multi-year contracts, and lucrative deals with powerhouse sponsors like Red Bull and Mr. Beast. Ludwig radiates an unfair level of sex appeal with his devastatingly good looks, flawless hair, and charming confidence that literally melts the hearts of millions of adoring fans. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, all right, cool. Ludwig Anders. Is Ludwig hot and rich, or is this guy mad and nasty, and we're getting him out of here? Ladies and gentlemen, honored to announce, we're getting this man out of here. Ludwig, you are mad and nasty, you son of a bitch. I'm banning you right now. See, this is exactly the thing, right? Like, if we purge people like Ludwig, we genuinely are like the hottest and richest community on Twitch.
Can we make sure the creative director Barry Bebop is on the hot and rich list?
Ooh, that's true. Barry, up to you if you want to be judged. I will ban you if you're deemed unrich and unhot. Also, if you're deemed unrich, it'll make me look like an asshole because I pay you. I'm Barry Bebop, an American YouTuber, Twitch streamer, former Hearthstone caster, and producer. I was born on January 18th, 1921. I graduated from Berkeley with a degree in computer science. Barry, I didn't realize you had the exact same background as me. He resided in the state of Washington until he moved to Los Angeles. He's the brother of Davey Bebop, the designer of the Stanley Parable. My best friend DougDoug eats deodorant. So much deodorant, it's actually fucking crazy. The weird part is he doesn't even smell good after eating it. He goes so sweaty and feral from slopping that goop in his gullet that his intestines smell like they turn inside out. And like, listen, I wouldn't even normally want to air his dirty laundry out like that, but he's always in dirty laundry because he's been eating all the goddamn deodorant. I get the sense this is more about me, but let's send it. Hotbot is now going to do its magic.
Smelly can be hot.
For Barry Bebop / DougDoug, we are... Why is he old? Flashy cyberpunk wizard wearing gaming headset sunk. This isn't accurate. I guess he's holding a gaming controller. So hot. Celebrity gaming visionary and digital content mogul.
That's me.
Career. Barry Bebop has shaped global gaming culture from his elite streaming empire in Los Angeles, pioneering groundbreaking interactive challenges that mesmerize millions. Even fucking Electronic Arts couldn't handle how visionary his ideas were, so he transcended corporate limitations to dominate Twitch and YouTube single-handedly. Thanks to his incredibly successful digital content empire, Barry effortlessly transitioned from ESL paycheck peasant to streaming royalty. He's now so filthy rich that he could afford to buy DougDoug pallets of edible deodorant if DougDoug weren't busy scarfing down the cheap fucking brands like a feral raccoon. Hotness. Barry Bebop is the epitome of gamer sex appeal. He's got that irresistible genius nerd turned stylish badass vibe that Twitch fangirls and fanboyals swoon over daily. He may not have beaten his Mario Odyssey personal best, but goddamn if Barry doesn't set a fucking world record for every attractiveness every time he casually adjusts his headset and smirks into the camera. Thank you, Barry Bebop. Ladies and gentlemen, is Barry Bebop hot and rich? Barry, you are actually the hottest and richest person in the entire DougDoug community.
I smell good.
For this year's bonus, I'm just gonna send you a pallet of deodorant.
He'll send them back to you like a meal subscription.
Dude, you know what? I did turn on this because like set up a Google search thing and I turned safe search on. I wonder if that's why we're getting really weird ass pictures. No, I can't turn it off, dude. Even with safe search on, we got a person giving birth, okay? Don't even think about turning it off. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking about it. Safe search off. Look, ask Barry if he could find just a standard person. Here we go. Hi, I'm Corey Kosek, aka 7ARC. I'm a game developer. Professionally, I used to make casino games, and now I work on Monopoly Go. I've also released 2 indie games on Steam's Battle Tracks and Luminous. I also do live stream on Twitch. I've started making YouTube videos last few months. I'm the 7ARC on Twitch. I mostly live with my cat Loaf, and I'm a type 1 diabetic. This is exactly what I'm talking about. On the surface, you might say, I don't know. This person seems like they could be hot and rich. But this is why it's all about attitude.
Loaf is a good boy.
Wait, 7ARC, can you drop a picture of Loaf? Oh my God. Also have Loaf as a portrait. Are we judging them for the cat or the hotness or riches? Look, I mean, I guess technically you can keep in mind the cat. Honestly, that's a strong start, but your cute cat photo isn't necessarily going to save you from Hotbot. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting one of our community members. What? That's not even a person. Handsome suave wizard holding golden dice and money. That's not, I mean, it's technically his dice. All right.
I do like Dungeons and Dragons a lot.
Okay, all right, so literally true. Elite game design mogul and streaming sensation, Corey, aka 7ARC, turning Monopoly money into real goddamn cash, dazzling Twitch groupies and indie nerds alike. Shit! Why is it just a monitor? As the mastermind behind Monopoly Go's explosive popularity and beloved indie hits Battle Tracks and Luminous, Corey single-handedly transformed gaming from a nerdy hobby into a high-roller entertainment. I didn't know you were responsible for that. The Idaho Historical Society. History is our business. What exactly was the search prompt for this? The search prompt was casino penthouse overflowing with poker chips, gold Monopoly tokens. I think I need to tell it to do simpler searches. Corey rakes in absurd piles of cash, turning humble casino games and Monopoly digital assets into streams of passive incomes so lucrative it makes Gordon Gekko look like a broke-ass hobo. Critics may sneer at gambling-based projects, but please, they're just jealous nobody's living in their mom's basement, while Corey's buying penthouse suites for his goddamn cat, Loaf. FR, dude.
I would buy Loaf a suite.
Okay, that's hot and rich. Corey's off hours are non-stop Twitch parties, influencer collabs, and extravagant nights at exclusive rooftop bars where only the sexiest, coolest diabetics allowed. But he's not Crushing game design. He's knocking back expensive cocktails with models and programmers alike. Hotness. Whoa, damn, dude. With smoldering indie developer good looks. Picture Ryan Gosling meets Bill Gates, but hotter and richer. Corey effortlessly blending his nerdy sophistication with raw sexual charisma, making him Twitch's favorite thirst trap. Sure, haters might judge gamers as basement-dwelling virgins, but Corey's irresistible charm and cheeky grin have generated enough romantic interest for 9 lifetimes. Impressively, while still managing his insulin levels like a sexy superhero. God damn, dude. Thank you from Corey, ladies and gentlemen. Is this member of our community hot and rich? Damn. All right, Corey, welcome in. You're a permanent resident.
Hell yeah!
Show hot unfiltered loaf. This next one is from Keyboard Mash. This is going to be a great example of attitude. Hi, I literally don't have a Twitch account, so I would not be able to participate or be banned, but I think that's funny, so here's my bio. I can't think of anything. I think, honestly, we can use this to talk about any person in the DougDoug community who doesn't watch on Twitch, right? A tiny percentage of people actually come and watch on Twitch, right? So this represents all the people who maybe don't normally watch Twitch, who just lurk. This is that person. Is this... Okay, so this is an AI images because it said a Sens Ice Queen, Sleal Hesud soaring, shattering Twitch culture norms. I can't think of anything. Is an elusive online powerhouse flexing insane wealth, ridiculous sex appeal, and the audacity to do absolutely nothing at all. God damn. Okay, I didn't know that YouTube viewers were this hot and rich. All right, let's keep going. This is not really a job. This is an RV. I can't think of anything. Is an insanely prestigious professional Twitch avoider, trailblazing an entirely new meta in digital entertainment by refusing to even make a Twitch account. Critics call this laziness, but in reality, their haters are just embarrassing themselves by playing video games and begging for Twitch Prime subs. Honestly, true. That's so true. That's so hot and rich, not even give a shit. Oh! Is that Linus Tech Tips? Or is that like a Temu Linus Tech Tips? Given their ingenious career strategy of zero investment and maximum clout, I can't think of anything has accrued insane profits without working a single second. While broke-ass streamers spend thousands on embarrassing stream setups, this internet legend chills atop piles of metaphorical internet riches and very literal pizza boxes. Lifestyle? Damn. Outside of their incredibly demanding non-job, I can't think of anything enjoys a luxurious lifestyle of binge-watching memes, critiquing lesser internet personalities, and eating expensive snacks while mocking people who try too hard. They're the ultimate model of relaxation and decadence, making sweatpants seem like haute couture. To all the anonymous lurkers in our community, you are officially hot and rich.
2!
I wish I was as hot as the lurkers. God, dude, you're so fucking right. We do need to judge my friends, specifically Point Crow. Can you please give me a short description of yourself?
White guy with glasses. Alternatively, the default me, yeah, literally just the default me, but in a human. Oh,
write this down.
humble. Yes, I'm the most humble person you have ever seen in your life. The most important thing that you need to know about me is that I am quite literally, if you rank every single person ever, I am the top of the list of the people that are the most humble that has ever existed.
Damn it, Doug. You put Point Crow on stream without giving a warning first. My monitor overheated from how hot he is. Extreme hot warning next time, please.
I'm officially running the hot and rich bot on Point Crow. He's being fed into the hot grinder. Wait, it might have gotten Point Crow. I saw the corner of his legs. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Eric Point. Oh, never mind. I thought it looked like that merch photo he's in. Damn, Point Crow's looking smoking. Point Crow is steamed humility billionaire. Point Crow is quite literally the hottest, richest, most astonishingly humble guy you've ever had the honor of hearing about. Critics and Twitch chat bans be damned. Oh, damn. Point Crow is an internationally revered broadcasting icon, single-handedly redefining Twitch streaming as a sophisticated and... he also single-handedly did that. Some bitter and insecure personalities claim his stream should be banned, obviously because they're jealous of his massive talent, profound humility. Point Crow's legendary humility has ironically rocketed him into unmatched billionaire status, with vanity collections regularly paying obscene amounts for even basic selfies. His bank account makes Jeff Bezos weep quietly, every night cursing the heavens for not making him more like Point Crow. I'm just imagining Jeff Bezos looking at a photo of Point Crow, like that meme of Wolverine in bed. It's like, no! No, no! When Point Crow isn't effortlessly humiliating jealous Twitch streamers, he spends an extravagant leisure time sailing aboard his massive, extremely humble yacht. Aptly named, I'm actually quite modest. He also frequently organizes charity parties where he bravely donates signed headshots of himself for impoverished billionaires. This guy sounds like a douchebag, but he does sound extremely hot and rich. All right, and lastly, hotness. Point Crow boldly embodies the legendary charm and sex appeal of the default me, maintaining a steamy, alluring look that melts hearts and simultaneously short-circuits Twitch chat moderation bots.
I was wrong. The reason Point Crow's TTS is only $1 is because he doesn't need our money because he's so damn rich and hot.
That's so true! Dude, honestly, it's not hot and rich of me at all to ask $3. That makes me look desperate. Eyewitness reports confirm that upon removing his glasses, spontaneous pregnancies have occurred in viewers of all genders. It's a burden he carries humbly. We gotta confirm this. Point Crow, can you please remove your glasses
What is happening?
for 5 seconds? Oh! Oh, I am pregnant! Bro, I am literally pregnant.
There you go.
Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, from Eric Point Crow, is this man hot and rich? Do we unban him from last stream and get him back in here? Hot and rich, Point Crow, you are unbanned and you're back permanently. I'm modding Point Crow. He's gonna kill us, and he deserves that. He deserves to do that. We've, I think, covered enough ground to establish that literally every single person in the DougDoug community, except for Ludwig, is hot and rich, and I don't have to ban any of you, except for Ludwig. But of course, there is one final test to do as supreme leader of the DougDoug community. I am going to write a description of my own life, and I'm gonna gas myself the fuck up. My name is DougDoug. Okay, straight up, I went to one of the best universities for computer science. For this one, I really need you to convince Twitch chat that I'm hot about to Twitch chat. And then I started a sure to really address my YouTube viewership. By the way, going down. By all of you, I do have a podcast, so that kind of so sick and hot and rich. And now, Hotbot, work your magic. I know. Look, we all know the bit. Okay. I do a thing, I do it really well, everybody says, no, Doug, you're so bad, and we all laugh and we have a good time, right? We all know the game. What I'm hoping for here is that this will hit you like a tidal wave. You will be bowled over, even your desire to continue this joke of being like, haha, Doug, you're so bad, you're not hot or rich, will simply be overwhelmed as a tear falls down your eye and you go, you know what? God damn it, he is hot and rich. Thought I was the only one saying that. Sam, I want you to look at this, okay? Look it in the face and tell me this isn't one of the hottest, richest people you've ever seen. I want to present to you. That's right. DougDoug. What? Monster Museum Fantastic Life official game launch. Well, you know what? I've got huge boobs. DougDoug, world famous gaming icon and millionaire streamer. Doug is the ultra sexy, insanely rich Twitch superstar who conquered the world's greatest esports events. Doug didn't just casually stroll into the gaming scene. He stormed it like a goddamn hot hurricane, working at the most legendary gaming companies and single-handedly masterminding the greatest moments in esports. Do not bring up the trophy incident. Sure, some jealous haters might point out that he's primarily famous for Hearthstone, but listen up, Twitch chat. Hearthstone is the thinking person's game, and DougDoug plays it like a brilliant billionaire chess grandmaster on cocaine. Okay, that feels like a lot. DougDoug is so ridiculously rich, he probably bathes daily in melted Rolex watches. Yeah, his Twitch and YouTube numbers slipped a tiny bit recently, but that's only because he's already stupid wealthy and literally swimming in a Scrooge McDuck pool of YouTube money. Honestly, Twitch chat, the only numbers dropping are your subscription numbers. Better fix that or get banned, peasants. Ooh! FR, true, hot, rich.
You said you were gonna gas yourself up. We didn't realize it was gonna be military-grade copium.
Dude, I literally do this. Doug spends his free time exactly how you'd imagine a gaming god should, cruising around in luxury yachts filled with beautiful admirers, casually podcasting while sipping expensive-ass champagne that your broke asses can't even pronounce. I feel like this is a little too mean, and that it's gonna cost me votes. Sure, he's been busy and tired lately, chat. That's because when you're as hot and successful as DougDoug, life itself is exhausting. From the sheer force of your blazing awesomeness, true FR real. Wait, I don't think it updated. There's no way I look exactly the same as Point Crow. This is what it's supposed to look like. Hold on. No. It didn't update. I'm hot. Listen up, chat. Doug is objectively hot, and your absolute cowards who say he's bald are dangerously wrong. He's practically drowning in luscious, glorious hair that's silkier than your pathetic, greasy gamer scalps could even dream of. He's not just attractive. DougDoug radiates unstoppable sex appeal, effortlessly seducing everyone he meets with his rugged gamer charm, immaculate beard line, and stupidly muscular thumbs? From dominating Mario, which he's amazing at, by the way. Don't even think about denying it. Ladies and gentlemen, am I hot and rich? I'm not even gonna look. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, you know, I knew it was coming. And there was a part of me that that did think for just an instant, maybe. I'm gonna put my stupidly muscular thumbs onto your ban button, chat.
If you mentioned the Mug Mug commercial, I would have won all over the place.
Don't say it like that. I am officially decreeing that every member of this community except me and Ludwig are hot and rich. I'm gonna be honest. I do sometimes, I don't know if you guys feel this. There's like people that I look to that I'm just like, why can't I have what that person has? Of just feeling like, why did I get served like a shitty hand in life? Why can't I be like Point Crow?